enjoy them. If you enjoyed this video, let me know and I will add on to our series. And yeah, so let's get into it. I have my tablet beside me and I've made a little combination of stories. Now some of these I just kind of found some real ones, and they're true as far as I know, but also take everything that they say with a grain of salt because I don't know. But yeah, and also please don't be put off by New Zealand. New Zealand has literally been voted the most like safest place in the world for like years, okay? So don't be scared. And it took me so long to find these ones. Like I mean maybe it's a good thing there's not very many scary stories in New Zealand apart from people just saying random stuff. Like someone said I once had a goody goody gumdrops ice cream, but then I found out that it was only goody gumdrops and not goody goody gumdrops. That's really funny. Or I once, New Zealand once had a Marmite shortage and stuff like that. Anyway, and they also changed the recipe for Milo or something like that. Anyway, so we're gonna get started. So I didn't manage to catch where this one came from, but I'm just gonna get into it. So if you see me looking down, right there is my tablet. Okay, so we're starting now. Okay, so creepy story time. This happened a while ago, but still gives me the creeps just writing about it. I also like politely skimmed over these, so no, I'm sorry guys. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna hold this, so I'm sorry if it's a little bit shaky. So there was a hiking area not far from where I used to live. Heaps of tracks through some lovely bush. You could walk your dog off leash, so I took my dog there frequently. On this particular day, it was raining a bit and quite misty. You didn't get that wet under the trees, so me and my dog decided to go for an afternoon hike. The rain had put any other hikers off, so we were pretty alone on the track. We had gotten deeper into the bush. The trees are older and taller deeper in. My dog was up ahead of me a bit, and all of a sudden I heard her start barking. I panicked a bit because I knew there were pigs in the bush, and I thought she had flushed one out or something. So I run up the track and around the corner to where she was. As I'm approaching her, I can hear her bark change. It's hard to explain, but if you can imagine a dog screaming in terror, then that's it. Why is that so scary? I was sure that a pig or something. It's hard to explain, but if you can imagine a dog screaming in terror, then that's it. I was sure that the pig or something was attacking her. I was freaking out, but then I get to her and see her just standing frozen on the track. He goes up and screaming at something up the track. I see nothing and I'm yelling at her to come back to me, seriously losing my... At this point, suddenly I smell something. It smelled like blood tastes, if you can imagine that. As soon as I smell it, my dog stops barking, her hackles go down and she crouched down on the track. She was snarling at something that I still couldn't see. I was about to just grab when I heard a sound. It seemed like it was far away, but it was coming closer every second. The closest thing I can describe it as is wind howling through the trees. It was like a screech racing through the treetops. It got so loud that I had to cover my ears. Then just like that, it all stopped. No smell, no noise. My dog was medium-sized breed, but no joke, I picked her up and ran out of there like I was Usain Bolt himself. That is so scary, oh my goodness. Oh my god, I actually couldn't. A lot of these, by the way, actually not a lot of these, I think two, I don't know, I can't remember actually, more about people in the bush, because lots of people are trampers or hikers, so just go out in the bush and go for a hike, and obviously it's a pretty isolated place, so a lot of things happen. But yeah, anyway, this one, I got the name of this person who did this one. This one was by Delicious Condition 79. Okay, this just starts straight away. Lived in an oldish house in Whangarei. Was up late one night on good old MSN Messenger chatting rubbish. I had all lights off because I knew I wasn't meant to be up that late. Something over my shoulder whispered, "What are you doing?" across the road from Mere Park, a forested nature reserve / park, a place I saw a few strange apparitions moving across the paths, etc. Good times, lol. Okay, that's unsettling a lot. But I mean, good on you for surviving that, you know. Okay, wait, I want to see if I can get the clowns. There we go. Okay, so the next one. I just finished reading a book called Where No Birds Sing, which is a collection of stories from Kiwis who have experienced supernatural stuff. There is another book in this series too. I'm not sure what it's called, but yeah, it was really interesting. It's out of print now, but I recommend grabbing it if you see it in a library or secondhand bookshop if you're into this sort of thing. I'm probably more on the slightly skeptical state of open-minded. I don't know if I've ever had an experience myself, except for a couple of times where I've had a strong feeling of get out of here, which I just put down to my subconscious intuition, but I don't disbelieve other people's experiences. I do have one story that I didn't experience but relates to my family. My husband was working on the house my grandparents had lived in. They had both long since died, and he never actually met any of them. He thought he was alone on site, but there were a couple of tradies, which is like construction workers, and my uncle coming and going. So he thought nothing of seeing another man walk down the... Oh, actually, no. I changed that. Sorry. A tradie is someone who does a trade, plumbing, electrical, building, whatever. That's just a New Zealand word, sorry. Back to the story. Tradies and my uncle coming and going. So he thought nothing of seeing another man walk down the hallway while he was working in a room. He just walked past the door, so my husband got a passing but not detailed look at him. My husband didn't see him come back out, so expected to see him when he moved to work in the room at the end of the hallway. But there was no one there. On reflection, husband thought it was weird that the dude had seemed to be older and he was wearing a winter coat but no work gear. Anyway, it was a few days later before husband mentioned anything about this weird, almost encounter, but he just thought he'd either imagined it in the first place or just not seen the dude walk out. However, a short time later, we were looking at some family photos, one of which had my granddad in it wearing the exact coat he was wearing when he died, and my husband swore it was the guy he saw walking down the hallway. Now, like I said, I'm a bit of a skeptic, so I don't know. Did my husband just imagine someone coming through the house, or miss seeing him leave? And if he only got a passing glance, how did he see enough detail to identify the guy sometime later? But I do also like the idea that my granddad, who I was quite close to, wanted to check up on the guy I married. Oh, that's really sweet. Okay, the next one is Raccoon Down Under, and it's about this place called Spookers, which I think is in Auckland, and it's like a massive haunted house, and it's very well known, and it's basically just like all these actors dress up and you walk through this abandoned hospital and they scare you. So my sister used to work at Spookers, and I had a couple of stories from out there. Number one, staff/actors would count number of guests as they went between areas from certain viewpoints, so the actors would know how many people to scare. A few times, however, they count, for example, 5 people, but when the group arrived to the area, there would only be 4. Okay, number 2, one actor got the call to say last group was going through the house, did their routine, and then started packing up their props. They saw someone walk past the doorway to the room they were in, but going in the opposite direction. That was the norm. Thought it might be a lost visitor, so finished getting their gear and went to find the visitor. Bumped into a staff member coming from the other direction, clearing house to ensure no one was left behind. The actor asked if the staff had helped the visitor find the way out. The staff member had no clue what the actor was referring to. There was no way out of the house between the actor and the staff member. Okay, number 3. My sister was helping out in the kitchen for the cafe. Oh, sorry guys. I've got some of this freaking fluff. Hang on, just me. I've got some of that freaking fluff in my nose. My sister was helping out in the kitchen for the cafe this was odd, but obeyed. What the is that? The chef said, pointing to the tiled / brick floor. Sister said that the floor was moving and the tiles / bricks were pushing into one another, creating a ridge of a meter or so long. Another girl who helped the kitchen came in, saw them looking at the floor, saw the movement, yelled something in Māori, and ran out the door. She quit the next day. In the meantime, other staff heard the yelling and came in and saw the same thing. Sorry. Then someone said, there's been gas pipe issues in the basement. Wonder if it's something to do with that. A couple of guys grabbed a torch and went into the basement under the kitchen area, but they came back and said there were no pipes of any sort near that particular part of the kitchen. Okay guys, that was scary. Okay, I was scared and I literally skimmed all the things. Sorry about the camera issues today and the microphone issues. But anyway guys, that is the end of the video. I hope that you enjoyed. That was kind of scary and unsettling, but anyway, I hope you have sweet dreams. But yeah guys, if you enjoyed this, make